Self-made millionaire Archibaldo de la Comena lived life in the fast lane, but shunned the spotlight. A globe-trotting jet-setter who loved to gamble and win big, he was equally at home opening restaurants in exotic islands as he was advising political leaders, as long as a beautiful woman was by his side.
Te lo dije bien clarito.
Permanece a la escucha. Permanece a la escucha.
12 de la noche en La Habana, Cuba.
11 de la noche en San Salvador, El Salvador.
11 de la noche en Managua, Nicaragua.
Me gustan los aviones, me gustas tú. Me gusta viajar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mañana, me gustas tú.
So what was it about American documentarian Alba Fontana that made him finally settle down?
I believe he saw something selfless in Alba. Something he perhaps lost along the way. And if I may, the air of doom in her eyes. She possesses the beautiful look of a martyr suffering in ecstasies.
Innocencia, how old were you when you started working for Archibaldo?
A teenager? I was 16, 17.
And you worked for him during his marriage to Alba?
Yes. Miss Alba taught me how to read. She was not the most patient teacher. She pushed me very hard, and she sometimes was disappointed in my choice of books. She would say, if I have known you would learn how to read just so you could read tabloid magazines and the Bible, I would have never taught you anything.
Why do you think Alba was so offended by the Bible?
It's because of what happened to her, you know. When Archibaldo fell in love with Alba, her tragedy in the Amazon just happened.
What do you think happened?
She would never speak of it. I only know the official story. The massacre of her crew and the fact she escaped barely alive. It's a miracle. I think those images capture the heart of Archibaldo. And when he learned her backstory about how when she was making the documentary about the organic coffee farmers in Oaxaca, that earthquake decimated the entire village except her. Those two horrible tragedies back to back and her survival spirit, I think that was irresistible for a man like Archibaldo. I think he wanted to save her.
Did you ever think at any point maybe Alba is cursed?
No.
Never.
No.
Even after what happened once she and Archibaldo were married?
We all have different crosses to bear. Telling the story of the Sisters of the Holy Tears convent was very dear to Archibaldo. And Alba, his proud new bride, wanted to please him. It is unthinkable what happened next.
How did you know?
Know what?
That my name is Fausto.
I didn't.
Right. You just picked a random name and it happened to be Fausto. You know the chances of that are like 1 in 700 million.
I never thought about it like that.
She's psychic.
I'm not. Not exactly. My grandmother Mima was. I only sometimes get random flashes, stuff that comes to me that doesn't add up.
She doesn't know how to interpret them. Like junk DNA.
Sometimes they're right, sometimes not.
You a witch too?
I don't believe in witches.
That doesn't answer my question. 98% of our DNA is non-coding so-called junk DNA.
You know a lot about numbers.
I trust numbers.
This thing really is very uncomfortable.
Just get in.
Does that mean you forgive me?
Just get in.
Fausta, my knight in are they weak?
I don't know.
I'm really embarrassed. I don't really know these people. Can you call me a taxi?
No.
Can you give me a ride if you're going into town?
No.
Can you make me a coffee?
No.
Boy, you've changed.
Sit down, Maru.
Oh, you're the ghost.
You're the flamenco dancer?
Flamenco dancer.
Could it be you don't remember last night?
I wasn't dancing. Was it dancing? Oh, God.
Do me a favor and wake the ladies of the house and have them come downstairs.
I can't do that.
Maru, you're not among friends here.
Okay. Alba. Hello? Alba? Me? Maru? Hello?
What are they doing?
I am so sorry. I never drink this much, and I could blame a lot of things, but I ultimately.
What are they doing?
Your butler? He has a girlfriend, and she has a gun.
Tell them you didn't find us.
What?
Go.
What?
They're not in the bedroom.
Where are they?
You seem like a smart person.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let me ask you one last time.
On it.
Lay down. Hands behind your head.
I don't know what's happening.
This is what happens when you drink excessively, kill a bunch of brain cells, and wake up in the wrong house. Hands behind your head.
You deserve a gold medal for even trying. If you make a move to get up, you're dead.
What do you want?
Shh. Go back to sleep.
You don't want to be my target. Next one, I aim at your back. You know, if I were in your shoes, I would have done the same thing. But now you tried it, and you know you're outmatched. No point in trying again. Okay? Okay?
Okay.
And the worst part about a self-fulfilling prophecy is you feel stupid about it coming true. And just think about how stupid you'd feel lying crippled in bed the rest of your life because I put a bullet in your spine. Pretty fucking stupid, wouldn't you think? Now come on, let's go back. Normally, I just strip you down bare ass and duct tape your mouth shut. But I think you know we're serious, right? Doesn't mean I won't if you start hollering. As you can see, the door is open so we can watch you from the patio. My associates and I are gonna have a quick chat and we'll inform you as to what our plan is. Now sit. Sit.
I've never seen the point in crying over spilled milk.
Let's agree it's a little worse than spilled milk.
Something felt wrong in my gut. That's all I have to go on.
Well, thanks to your gut, now we're fucked.
Give it a fucking rest.
You ever done any time, Clover?
Why do you ask?
How about you, Sierra?
Never. Why?
A person who's done terms inside tends to be snake bit, be weary and nervous and willing to do most anything to avoid going back inside. That's why, given the choice, I prefer not to work with ex-cons. Which brings me to Ray LaSalle.
Who?
Doesn't ring a bell? You? This must be what lawyers feel like in court, knowing the answers when they ask the questions. Ray LaSalle is a hotshot criminal judge with a spotless record. Along the way, he's collected a few criminals he let slip through the cracks, spared them serious jail time in exchange for doing his dirty work. Almost as snake bit as the ex-cons, these are compromised types trying to get out from under. Do I really need to keep going?
Well, depends where you're going with it.
I like the story so far. In theory.
Okay. Here's a theory.
How would you describe our working relationship?
What are you talking about?
Cards on the table, Tom. I put my career on the line for you. You owe me your life. Does that make you grateful or scared?
Your career on the line? What do you want, Ray?
Well, see, that's the right question. You're quick. But first, be candid.
Well, I do little jobs for you and I let you fuck me once in a while because you have me over a barrel. But if I could get away with killing a judge, I would have.
Well, thank you for sharing that.
First time I sucked your cock, I got a headache. That lasted 3 days.
Now you're just trying to make a point.
Maybe I'm exaggerating. It was only 2 days. What's this?
I closed out your file. Erased your records on the computer. Everything.
Let's pretend I believe you.
You can have a spotless record for 20 years. But once it's not spotless, it's only a matter of time before some ambitious do-gooder starts digging around and finds some irregularities in the records. Wheels turn slowly, but they do indeed turn. So you're asking yourself, what's this got to do with me? I'm gonna tell you. See, I may or may not be under investigation. That means anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks from now, the court's gonna hand down a revised order and revoke your bail. So now that I know you're listening to me, let me tell you about the job. It's a traveling show out of Houston. Diamonds. They're gonna be held in a storage facility in Puerto Vallarta before they are put on exhibit for some charity.
I don't have contacts in Mexico.
I do. None of the principals will know each other. Better that way.
Better for who?
Better for whom? Let me lay it out for you. Get to the part where the choice comes in. You see, I want you to have all the facts, at least all the foreseeable ones. You want a drink?
I'd rather stay sober for this.
Suit yourself.
How many in the string?
You +2, the way I figure it.
That's a small crew for a foreign job. What kind of security?
Motion sensors, safes, locks, nothing you can't handle.
And how do we get out of the country?
That is where my Mexican contacts come in. We will fly you out with the diamonds. You, the pilot, and the diamonds.
And what about the other two?
That is where the choice comes in.
What if I don't want to play ball?
I'd get over it, but I'd feel a little stupid.
Killing is never the best idea.
You know, human nature is a fascinating thing. My mother taught me to be an advocate, stand up for what's right. Never compromise my values. I often wonder what she would have made of this upside-down world.
How do you know I don't know these people?
You don't?
You don't know everybody I've ever worked with.
You ever work with someone named Malone?
No.
How about Loba? You remember that name?
Doesn't ring a bell.
Well, that's because they work in different places than you do. You know, I didn't suddenly wake up this morning and put this together. I've been working on it for a while. And I need a wheelman.
Why not get a bigger plane?
There is still hope for you. All things being equal, of course, there's probably a way we could get a bigger plane. Let's see. Then the split doesn't make sense for my partners, and if I'm honest, for me.
Why me?
You have limited options. I have a job for you. You're gonna work with a team of professionals that I will assemble, go into Mexico, steal some diamonds, be flown out. You will get 100 grand. So what's so fucking hard about that?
All I do is drive.
Well, that's your job description, so that's what you do.
Anything that happens to the others is outside my need to know.
That's the right attitude.
Tell me about Braun and Loba.
What do you want to hear? That there are a couple of intellectuals that go out of their way to make the world a better place? Does that make a difference?
It might.
Why?
You really gonna go down this road? Your honor?
I'm telling you how it is, because I'm in a bind and I can't protect you anymore. This is me looking out for myself, cashing in. Now, if that gets you a passport and 100 grand, that's one hell of a running start, isn't it? I got you a present. For good luck.
What if it doesn't work?
Why wouldn't it?
Like someone wise said, the map is not the territory. You must have a set of contingencies planned out.
I do.
I do this job and we're even. I get my cut. We don't see each other. That's your pitch?
Yes.
You have a cash flow problem.
Yes.
And you are under investigation.
Yes.
And you don't want to go for seconds? Oh, you have another meeting or something?
I think you still haven't lost your sense of rhythm. I got you a present.
What is it? A tracker bracelet?
Why don't you wear them for good luck?
Now we're doing the job.
That is up to you. But if you wear them now, they probably won't stay on very long.
I don't like it.
If somebody kills your mother, would you want to kill them?
I wasn't too keen on her, but out of principle, sure.
Does it matter if when you find them, they're sitting at a table eating cereal, or would you only kill them if they have a gun pointed at you?
It would help.
When it comes down to it, if it's you or them, what does it matter?
Oh, so now it's me or them.
The reason it's not you is because I made my partners understand that I need you.
And why is that?
Because I like you.
Try again.
Because I have feelings for you. Complicated feelings, yes.
Try one more time.
Because if they could cut me out, they would. So I need someone I trust to bring me the diamonds.
But like I said, this is all just a theory. None of this really happened. This is just a coincidence.
Do not even.
We seem to have a trust problem.
We certainly do.
Any ideas?
Not right off.
I have an idea.
Well, take your fucking time, Clover.
This is only a theory, like yours, but if all three of us agreed to the job knowing the other two wouldn't make it, then we're all the same, right? Nobody's better than anyone else here.
So?
So, maybe... I read this book once. Well, I didn't read it. Somebody else read it. But it basically explains how after you do something for 10,000 hours, you get the hang of it. Did you guys ever read that book?
This is not a book club, Clover. Get to the fucking point.
Let her finish.
What if I didn't panic at the checkpoint? What if some part of me knew something was wrong because I've been a getaway driver for over 10,000 hours?
Because there shouldn't have been a police checkpoint off an access road that wasn't any sort of main artery where you could smuggle drugs.
What are you talking about?
I hate having ideas like this because I know who they make work for, which is me. But I think we should bring our guns down.
I'm not a fucking hope in hell.
Well, what's your idea?
Well, I'm thinking that the cops at the checkpoint were not in it with Clover, and they were not in it with me. So that means they were in it with you.
That doesn't even make sense.
No, it does. It does make sense. Rick could have meant what he said and picked me to be the one to make it out alive. Had his Mexican contacts pose as cops.
So maybe they really are cops.
It's true. Maybe they really are cops, and we could have killed you two right then and there. But why there?
Why not there?
There was another dirt road past the checkpoint. I studied it on the map. Maybe that was a shortcut to the airfield.
If there was an airfield.
Fuck right. Maybe there never was an airfield if the Mexican cops were gonna kill two of us.
Or all of us. Who is it?
It's me, Inocencia. I'm looking for Miss Alba. Can I come in?
Just a minute!
Who is she?
The housekeeper. Ex-housekeeper.
And why is she here?
I don't know.
Get rid of her or I kill her.
Inocencia.
Miss Alba.
What are you doing here?
You're a sight for sore eyes. I brought you oranges for my trip. Your favorites.
Oh, how did you even get here?
Oh, I took the bus. I left my village like 3 hours ago. Can I come in?
It isn't a good time for me. I'm sorry.
This is not a good time for anyone, Miss Alba. Just this morning, a terrorist group launched a new series of attacks. Some crazy omakases blew themselves up in the market on their way to the synagogue. There were windows broken, smoke everywhere. I'm hungry and I would love to swim nude in the ocean like a mermaid. But first I have to tell you something important. I must get it off my chest because I can no longer live with it on my conscience. So, with the Lord as my witness, I'm coming in whether you like it or not. Woman, you should have told me you have people over. Let me clean up this mess, and I will tell you the whole thing from soup to nuts.
You little bitch.